From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Monday, July 28th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. In the early hours of Friday morning, a series of troubling events unfolded on the University of New Mexico's campus, ultimately leading to the discovery of a murdered 14-year-old boy. Just after midnight, a gunshot detection system registered gunfire near the UNM dormitories. About an hour later, university police responded to an alarm at Mesa Vista Hall, where they found a broken window and blood on the rooftop. But they did not find a victim or suspect at the time. The situation escalated when at approximately 2:30 a.m., a UNM Gateway student arrived at a local hospital with a gunshot wound. This development prompted a deeper investigation that led officers to the student's dorm room, where they found the body of 14-year-old Michael Lamont. He had been shot in the head. Lamont was a student at Rio Grande High School, and his presence at the UNM campus and connection to the Gateway student raised serious questions as authorities worked to piece together a timeline of events. At this stage, it remains unclear what immediate actions were taken by police after the initial gunshot alert and signs of damage at Mesa Vista Hall. The New Mexico State Police has since taken over the investigation, which they allege points to suspect John Fuentes. Details about the alleged suspect's role and motive have not yet been released to the public, and authorities have not disclosed whether he is in custody. The tragic event has sparked concern about campus safety and police response procedures, especially given the hour-long delay between the first gunshot detection and the discovery of the body. Investigators are continuing to gather evidence to understand how a teenager ended up fatally shot in a college dorm and what events led to that moment. Valdemar de Herrera, New Mexico's last known survivor of the Battle of Bataan, died on July 15th at the age of 105 at his home in Costilla. The World War II veteran and Purple Heart recipient was captured in the Philippines after the Japanese invasion in 1941 and endured over 3 years as a prisoner of war. Though he avoided the infamous Bataan Death March, he suffered beatings, starvation, and long-term trauma. Upon returning home weighing just 80 pounds, he was able to rebuild his life, get married, and raise 8 children, and worked in mining for decades. For much of his life, he remained silent about his wartime experience until later years, when he began sharing his story with his family. De Herrera died surrounded by loved ones in the same remote home he built after the war. He will be buried with full military honors today at the Santa Fe National Cemetery. Unhoused residents in Albuquerque are speaking out against ongoing city sweeps that they say result in arrests, lost belongings, and daily harassment. 67-year-old Priscilla Montano says she has been jailed multiple times this month for blocking sidewalks and has lost personal items, including her grandfather's Navajo Talker uniform. The city conducts weekday sweeps, often giving just minutes' notice before removing people and their possessions. These actions are central to a civil rights lawsuit against the city, which a state judge allowed to proceed in March, despite a recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling that upheld local crackdowns on homeless encampments. The plaintiffs argue New Mexico's constitution offers stronger protections. Now the city is asking the state Supreme Court to overturn the ruling, saying it hampers their ability to manage encampments. Unhoused individuals like Amanda, who did not provide a last name, say these policings dehumanize people already in crisis. With rising temperatures and an aging cooling system, Albuquerque Public Schools is working to prevent classroom overheating as students return on August 7th. The district kept all cooling units running this summer to identify problems early and avoid system failures at the start of the school year. Most APS classrooms still rely on outdated evaporative coolers, which are increasingly ineffective in hotter, more humid weather. Only 28% of classrooms have refrigerated air. To address immediate issues, APS has budgeted $14 million for cooling-related repairs. Long-term, the district is asking voters to approve a $350 million bond in November, with $40 million earmarked for upgrading HVAC systems at 20 schools. With record-breaking heat becoming more common, school officials and union leaders say modernized cooling is critical for student comfort and learning. The University of New Mexico is planning a $600 million expansion to its medical school over the next decade to help combat the state's critical physician shortage. The project will include a new facility, 268 additional hospital beds, and hundreds of new staff positions. Enrollment is expected to nearly double by 2035, adding about 54 new doctors annually to the state's workforce. New Mexico faces a severe healthcare gap, with all but one county designated as a health professional shortage area. Many UNM medical graduates decide to leave the state after training, but those who complete their residency at UNM are twice as likely to stay. A new building expected by 2030 will be a key to increasing enrollment, replacing the outdated Fritz Hall, which was built in 1967. The expansion will also grow UNM's operating budget to $1 billion, with revenue expected to rise to $964 million. And Cottonwood Mall in Albuquerque, once a West Side retail hub, is struggling with aging infrastructure, vacant anchor spaces, and a shifting retail landscape. Recent visits reveal broken escalators, spotty air conditioning, and low morale among workers, problems that temporarily closed the mall in June and persist despite ongoing $1.5 million HVAC repairs. Now under receivership and managed by Spreezu Real Estate Group following foreclosure and bankruptcy by the previous owner, the mall faces economic viability concerns. While overall occupancy has slightly improved and foot traffic is up 2% year over year, only 66% of permanent tenant space is filled. Local real estate experts say the mall's enclosed format is outdated, especially as nearby shopping centers thrive and national trends shift towards mixed-use developments. Spreezu remains optimistic, citing new tenants like the Pickler and upcoming restaurants as signs of revitalization. Long-term success, however, may require drastic changes, including potential deconstruction, housing, and commercial redevelopment, and even a significant new investment. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast, scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected today after 3 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 67. As for this evening, scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected before midnight, mostly cloudy, with a low around 67. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.